Oh, yeah, pipe smokers. Haha. It's the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. Happy Monday, the 30th of December. Yeah, tomorrow's New Year's Eve. So we're going to have Monday night smoke tonight, and I promise I won't play any guitar. Alrighty, so grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and let's have a smoke together. Yeah. So last night we smoked this beautiful Algerian Briar, man. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous Briar, man. And that's for sale. That is for sale. That's a thick apple pipe made out of Algerian Briar. That side goes into from bird's eye to some flame grain. Just gorgeous. And it says Algerian Briar. Bowl number 56B is all it says. So we're going to smoke another apple pipe tonight. This one is made by Barnaby Briar. And that apple pipe is also for sale. Yeah, another gorgeous apple pipe, yep. And we have Scotty's Butternut Burley in it. I should have bought more than 2 pounds of this stuff because I really like this a lot. And you can't find it anymore. Well, I've heard of the Four Noggins stuff. It's just not going to be the same. I'll have to ration this out. I think I've got about 5 mason jars of this. Both these pipes, they've all been deghosted and they taste great. It's the first time I've smoked this pipe. What a great smoker. Now the stem isn't heated up yet. You're not supposed to take them apart if they're warm or hot, but the stem hasn't heated up. I just lit it up. I forgot. Oh man, that could actually be drilled out to a 9mm if you wanted to. There's a lot of meat in there. At least a 6mm to take a filter if you wanted to. Man, big ass hole. Yeah, this is a great smoking pipe. I love this pipe. Yeah, I like my music room upstairs, but I don't know, my comfort level seems to be down here as far as doing the videos. Yeah, so what's everybody's New Year's plans? I got to go to work tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning, and then I'm out at noon. They're closing the factory early. Uh, I have no New Year's Eve plans. My neighbor might come over and we might have a couple of beers, maybe a bourbon together, and watch some movies. I don't know. I know one thing for sure. I'm not going to be out partying it up like a rock star. And you guys, I'll tell you what, in the United States here now, we have Uber, all right? So it's not as pricey as the cab fares used to be. So if you're stupid enough to go out tomorrow, drink too much, and drive, and get pulled over and get a DWI that's going to cost you $10,000, you deserve it. Because with the way they have Uber now, there's no reason. You could spend $40 and go anywhere. You're just being stupid if you drive and drink. I don't care if you have 3, 4 beers and, oh, yeah, I'm okay. Well, I know in New York State they lowered the level down to driving while intoxicated is 0.08, which you can get there on 2 beers. You bang down 2 beers, you go drive out on the road, get pulled right over, you're going to blow driving while intoxicated. They lowered the driving while impaired down to 0.04. Really, neither one of them matters, man. You're fucked. Loss of license, insurance goes up. It's just stupid. So don't do it. Be safe. Man, this pipe is unbelievable. I didn't even tell you the prices. Yeah, that Algerian Briar one right there, that's $65. This one right here, that's gorgeous, man. That one's $60. Cheap and great smoking pipes. Great value for your money. If you were brave enough and you bought them both, I'd sell them for $100 for both. Plus 20. No. I'd sell both of them for 110 because normally they would be 125. I'd sell them for 110 if somebody wanted to buy both of them. Oh, they do smoke good. There ain't no ghost in either of these. Originally, I was thinking, all right, I'm looking at my billiards as like, I don't know, why don't I smoke this bowl? Oh, I don't know. That one's for sale. And then I'm thinking, well, what about this little bit bigger bowl? Well, I don't know. That one's for sale, by the way, too. And then I was like, well, what about this behemoth? Which, by the way, is for sale also. Thing's a monster billiard. And that one might be it. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to load all up on that. That one might be. Yeah. I thought maybe it's a 9mm, but it isn't. I mean, you could fit a 9mm stem in there. You could drill that out. There's plenty of meat in there. So I was like, nah, we're just going to stick with this. I listened back on last night's video. The guitar sounded horrible. I got to take it in, get the truss rod adjusted, get the neck adjusted, have it all set up. I bought it for $12 at the Goodwill, and I looked up, and those guitars of that make sell between anywhere from $199 to $3,000. And I didn't spend any more research looking the serial number and all that up. So, but for $12, I mean, it sounds good. So I'll take her in, get her all set up, and yeah, it was out of tune. I tuned it up, and then, but as soon as I go up there with my body heat, because I haven't played it in a while. Actually, I took it from the room downstairs, which is warmer, to the room upstairs, which is a little cooler. And that's probably what, who knows, doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. This pipe is smoking good. Well, can you hear that wind kick up out there? Glad my barn doors are all on, latched up and locked. I've been tugging on this thing and it's not even overheating. And that's scraped down to bare wood, man. It doesn't say Algerian briar, but it very well could be. This other one I definitely know is definitely Algerian briar. That's straight apple billiard. And that's a bent apple billiard. Man, two nice pipes. Two nice pipes. You could buy both of them for $115. That smoke phenomenal. This one I still got to put it on the wheel. That one I did put on the wheel. You can see the difference, big difference. Got this other cool pipe here, this Burke's London made. That's a cool pipe. That thing has like over 1/4-inch walls on it. It's a smaller bowl. It can fit my ring finger tightly into it. So it's a smaller bowl, but it's got hugely thick walls. That you could smoke like a freight train. And that ain't gonna overheat, and well, that's for sale too. You know. The Burke's pipe. That thing's gorgeous, man. About 5.75 inches long. Yeah. Beautiful pipe. Yeah. Because I wasn't able to heat my garage, I've got like a ton of pipes that I now have for sale. Oh, yeah, so. Talked to my landlord just now on the front porch. It's windy and getting cold outside. He's like, look, man, I hate to bring this up again, but I want to get new windows for the house. He said, you can't even see your kitchen table. He said, I don't want, he worked for the window company. He says, I don't want my guys coming over here and seeing a freaking huge mess like that and stuff. He says, you got to do me a favor, freaking get that house organized and cleaned up and stuff. So I said, yeah, well, I'm in the process. I said, by Thursday, kitchen will be totally spotless. I'm going to take all the boxes because I've had all kinds of stuff come in, over the holidays. I'm going to burn all the boxes in the burn pile. He says, I bought a 6-foot Costco table. All of my stuff that I work on here on the kitchen table will go upstairs, be nice and clean and polished and everything. And he's like, all right, man, I just don't want people, my guys coming over thinking I'm some sort of slumlord. And I said, yeah. I said, the 2 rooms upstairs are spotless, organized, everything. I said, but it looks like pipesandcigars.com exploded in my living room. I says, I'll get those jars organized. They're all jars just all over everywhere. Jars of tobacco. I'll get those all organized, get them set up on the desk, so forth. I'll get some of my favorite blends that I use the most up. Sit them on that 6-foot table that I'm going to be working on these pipes. He says, okay. I says, I'll have the kitchen done by the end of New Year's Day. I made him that promise, and when you make this guy a promise, he doesn't forget. All right, so I got to follow through. I got about 4 hours worth of work here. I got dishes to do, boxes to burn, a couple bags of beer cans to take out for the girl that I donate all my bottles and cans. Here in New York State, we get 5 cents for a bottle or a can to return it. It's a deposit. So there's a girl that works for the dog shelter, the one that shows me her boobs. And they actually give them 10 cents per can. So it's like a bag, which is normally about a big, I think it's a 30-gallon garbage bag is normally like $7 for me. For her, she gets $14 for it, and she's grabbing, I drink a lot of bottled water, and I drink beer, so she's grabbing probably about 2-3 bags of that a month, so that's $30 to $45 that, I'm donating to the dog shelter to feed them and stuff like that. I love animals. I mean, $30, that feeds a lot of dogs in a week. I know dog food's expensive, but I'm sure they get a deal on that. If not for free, they ought to have some deal that they worked out with a dog food company like Purina or something like that. Those major dog food companies should support, local small animal shelters. They really should, in my opinion. It'd actually be really good PR work for them to do that. I know, being an animal lover and that, if there's a brand that makes a good product, but it's got to be a good product. It can't be some shitty food. And I had a lady at the store, the farm store, explain to me about the different grades of dog food and stuff and cat food. And the cheap stuff makes their poop smell real bad. Like, my cat can take a dump. The litter box is 12 feet away. I buy her real good food. It's like $8 for a 1.5 pound bag or whatever. And that lasts her a couple weeks. She can take a dump right over there. I can't smell it. And I scoop that box every day and all that. So I'll tell you what, though, I mean, if a company like that came out with, a commercial, hey, we support local dog shelters, we donate food and stuff to them. Maybe they already do, I don't know. I'd buy that brand, just if it was a great brand, just because of that. Who's going to buy a pipe tonight? I ran out of Scotty's butternut early in there. Well, I'm not going to load another bowl up, I'll tell you, I've got the latest Gilson pipe that's going out. I've got, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Got 5 Gilson pipes going out this week. That's the latest creation, man. Look at that. Nice straight briar. The straight briar is not as attractive, but it kind of has tiger stripes down this part of the pipe. But the straight grain is actually better smoking. It's a tighter grain. And they actually do smoke a little bit better. I mean, somebody is going to love that pipe. Look at that thing. That thing's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Somebody's going to love that. That I finished off yesterday. That sold and going to somebody special. Well, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Yep, we're going to have a New Year's Eve smoke together. So just remember, don't be an idiot and drive after drinking. Paul the Pipe Guy, over and out.